Hello everyone, this is Tarot Between Sisters. I am Lady Phoebe, and today we're going to do daily general reading. I was trying to say the two words together, which happens often. Mercury retrograde, I'm Gemini. Communication gets a little bit, I get there in the end, but getting there sometimes is a little bit tricky. It's a little tricky. Okay, so today I'm using the Muse deck. Beautiful deck. Still trying to use new different decks, and it's actually very cool to be able to explore the energy of each deck because the meanings are the same, but when you look at the cards, like some of the illustrations, like they just have a different energy to it. So it's just, I don't know, it's just nice to explore that a little bit. And then I'm going to the dog park with my puppy, and he is going to be very excited when he realizes what's happening. I've been told that it's very muddy out there, but whatever. He washes, right? Ooh, okay. There's something. And there's something. Okay. Five of Voices. The Empress. Ooh, we got her right side up. That's 2 times in a row. She has been showing up hard. Hard. And look at her. The Empress. So you can see, like, again, like I've said this before, she's the keeper of the veil. Like she's the keeper of, like, the veil being right beyond the veil is everything spiritual, right? Everything unconscious and in the spiritual realm and all that, Akashic records, and that's what she is the keeper of. And you can kind of see that in her gown, like coming up from her heart chakra, and then she's got all that. And then we got Ace of Inspiration, and then 5 of Voices. That was a long silence, wasn't it? Okay. Okay, thank you for bearing with me, because whatever. Everything is part of the reading. Like when you are sitting, it's now we're in the power is what it's called. Stop, buddy. Come on, bud. He scratches and it hurts. William, Oh, okay. I don't know why I even bother saying no. Thank you for bearing with me. But when you are sitting in, so I've made the intention now that the reading is starting. It's starting now, we're good to go. So I need to remember that everything in the reading, so everything that's happening now is part of the reading. And me literally just looking down, first of all, so I'll tell you what was going on in my head, okay? First, I was blanking out. Like, I'm looking at the cards and I was like, oh, they're not telling me anything. And then I started to go into self-doubt mode. Well, I'm not getting anything today. Oh my goodness. I have a reading later today. Now I'm going to screw that up. Oh, that's great. So Spirit's not talking to me today. Is that what's happening? And then I realize what's happening and I go, oh, I'm starting to discover the quiet, because everything that we are looking for is in the quiet. And this has come up a lot lately. We are so inundated with stimuli that we can't just stop and be quiet. And then what happened to me? So I'm sitting in my quietness and instantly I'm doubting it. I'm like, oh, this is not happening. I'm not getting anything, because I was always used to having, like, hammered with information, or else it's not working. I'm not learning if I'm not hammered with information. Right, buddy? Yeah. Hi, do you like my chapstick? He likes my chapstick. And so it's funny how, like, that's the Empress too. She, like, in other readings, I find that she is like the super creative aspect of things, right? She is, oh my goodness. No, I just realized something. I was explaining the High Priestess earlier, but it's funny how that's part of the reading too. That mistake happened because in this one, look at her. First of all, she's got her eyes closed and she is very quiet, but she's got the whole secrets of the universe, which is like the High Priestess. But in this deck, the Empress has it. So does the High Priestess, but look at this. She's got the secrets of the cosmos. I like saying it like that. The cosmos inside of her, okay? So it's funny how my brain, how Spirit was like, no, we're going to make you explain this because that's what this actually means. And then the eyes closed and she went inside and she went quiet. and then how I was doubting myself first because I'm so used to being, for lack of a better word, like raped with information, right? Like I'm being assaulted. Might be a more peaceful way of saying this. I'm being assaulted by information and by noises and by talking, right? I'm being assaulted by this. And so that's what I've come accustomed to. And so I don't think anything's working unless it works like that. And that is funny because my mediumship circle teacher, sorry, this is like seems to be a reading about myself, but I hope it can help people process what they're going through too, because it's always through real life stuff, right? With my mediumship circle coach. So I always hear other mediums talk and they're like, I didn't have a choice in the matter. Spirit just came and intruded on my life and I had no choice. I had to do it. I don't want to be a medium, but I'm getting all this information and I feel a little like, honestly, like I think they feel a little bit like the choices have been taken away from them because it's been done to them, right? So I have not had that experience. My experience has been one of me seeking it. I started smelling spirits 10 years ago and it intrigued me because I was like, what is this? Like, this is something I've never had happen before. Like I'm smelling smoke and I kept on asking my husband, do you smell that smoke? And he's like, no. Okay. And then I'd smell perfume. Do you smell that perfume? And he's like, no. And I'm like, what is that? And then I'm like, do you smell that? Like there was this other, anyway, all these other smells that I'm smelling and I'm asking him, are you smelling this? And he's like, no. And I'm like, hey, what is this? And then I don't even know what happened because I didn't go talk to somebody. Spirit, I think, said to me, you're smelling crossed over people. And then I did some more research and I was like, that's crazy. And so I actually sought out to learn more and how to develop this gift more. And because of that, it's been a very gentle way of learning because I've done it with my own choice. And my guides have also said to me too, they're not going to give me something that's so freaking me out because they don't want to put me in a state of fear. They want me to go past whatever fears like just I have, right? Whatever limitations I put on myself, but they don't want to add to that. So I've actually had a very peaceful experience of learning mediumship. But it's funny, on the flip side, I then doubt myself because I don't get these super aggressive, straight answers. I think that I'm not getting the information. So what I've actually had to learn to do is change, and it's not all perfected yet because it even kind of happened today, but I've learned to change my expectation of how I'm communicated with, and then actually appreciate the gentleness because I talk to some people and they can just tell that it has disrupted their life, and mine has not disrupted my life at all. Like it is enriched it, and I've felt healing and growth from it, but it hasn't disrupted it. So today, when I first was looking down and getting nothing, and then I'm like, oh, so we need to change what our definition is of learning. Because the quiet is where the real, true learning that we need to learn, that's where that happens, is in the quiet. And it's, like I said, a very peaceful way. Like people, I feel, and actually I know this, they choose their own experiences, right? How you think is how you draw things in. And I've been doing the Course in Miracles, and that is to sum it up in a way that's kind of understandable. It removes the blocks to the awareness of love's presence. And it's even said in there, like, we don't want to instill fear because that's not loving. So I'm just learning to appreciate what that means. And in this world of hard-hitting, fast information, loud talking, loud communication, loud everything, to be able to find some peace and then get your answers in the peace is what we're being asked to do today. And it's funny how the cards haven't really spoke to me as much as what I did when we first had those cards down did. It's weird how spirit works sometimes because I'm flipping over the cards and I'm like, okay, well, this one means this and this one means this, but they're not really falling in. And then all of a sudden I'm like, I got nothing, right? Like I took you through the thought process. That's actually what today's reading is. It is to change our definition of what learning is and where learning happens. And this kind of falls on the back of what was my video yesterday, but when the message is the same over and over again, it means that there's more people that need to hear it. And so if I need to make 1 million videos of the exact same message, just maybe saying it in a different way, that's fine, because we need to get that message out there of where peace lies and where the real information lies. Like, this is what I want to learn. I want to learn the intricacies that go beyond our body. Like, look at her. She doesn't have a body. She's got this upper bit and she's got a head and stuff. But as soon as you get down to here, there's no body. That's what I want to learn. That's where I want to live. I want to learn past the limitations that this body has taught me. Ooh, I want to learn past the limitations that this body has taught me. I want to learn past the limitations that this body has taught me. And how do we do that? By being in the quiet and being comfortable in the quiet and redefining what the quiet means. Ooh, that last bit was very good. And then, sorry, I just want to go to the Ace of Inspirations because that's what that is. Like, look at her. She's looking up and then she's got this light beaming into her head. And that's like totally, do you notice how I got quiet? I got quieter. Like, everything just kind of calmed down. Like, oh, it feels good to be in this space too. Doesn't it, buddy? It feels good to be in this space. Like, there's no doubts here. There's just quiet peace. And it feels fucking great. Feels fucking great. Well, and I want, so 5 of Voices is 5 of Swords. And that's, yeah. So this one, even look at, they're meditating down here. So they're finding the quiet. And it's funny, like, that's not what this card really means, but I'm just drawn to like 5 of Voices, and in the voices, they're actually being quiet and meditating. So, like, what does that mean to you? That this card of 5 of voices is talking out loud, and they're in a card meditating. So everyone, I swear, I get a phone call every video that I do. I will call him back. Like, so even when they can use their voices, they're choosing instead to look inside. Whew, all right, I think that is it for today's video. I hope you have a great day. I hope that this resonated. Let's find the information in the quiet, y'all. Let's do it. Let's do it. Choose love, then choose love again. And be compassionate to yourself and be compassionate to others. Mwah! Bye.